Good Thursday evening. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Everett here in the King 5 newsroom with your First Alert digital weather update. Spring-like weather, beautiful. I saw a couple people out in shorts today. We got close to 70 degrees in some spots, but a lot of people are calling it a false spring. Remember, we've got about 20 days left in winter, so you know we've got some cooler air moving in, but we've got a couple more days of some warm out there as well. Let's unpack the whole thing, shall we? 7-day forecast shows a couple more days of warm weather. Friday looks like we could take another run at 60 in the Seattle Metro. Some folks will hit some low 60s there. Saturday, we'll see a little more cloud cover start to creep in during the second half of the day, and that will inhibit temperatures slightly. In case you're wondering, the average is 52 for this time of year, and it looks like we're going to do that several times over the next 7 days as well. So looks like fall spring will continue, at least in the short term. Make sure you get out there and enjoy it while it's here. A few showers will return over the weekend, especially Sunday into Monday, but I'll show you why I'm not too concerned about them coming up in a moment. Near normal temperatures, as we saw a moment ago, 52 will dot the 7-day forecast over the next few days. One of the things that's really exciting right now, and Rich Marriott did a fantastic explainer for us on K5 Plus earlier, but we do have that planetary alignment, 7 planets. Now, it's not going to be easy to see all of them. So here's what we're looking at. If you look off towards I believe the southwest, we'll clarify that in just a moment here, there is the potential to see a lot of really bright things in the sky. So what we've done is kind of classify them. It looks like Mars, Jupiter, and Venus will be very easy to see with the naked eye. Saturn and Mercury, you're going to have to do it right after sunset. They'll kind of be really close to the horizon, so we put those in yellow. And then Uranus and Neptune, you're going to need some binoculars or a telescope for that. So if you see them, great. If you get some photos or video, please send them our way. We'd love to see it. Now, the question is, will you be able to see the sky? Well, as we go overnight Thursday into Friday, it's looking pretty good for most of us. If you're from, say, Snohomish County southward, you got a pretty good shot at it right through the midnight hour tonight. Along the coast and up towards Whatcom County and Skagit County, it's going to be pretty cloudy out there. Pre-dawn, you got another shot at it. It looks like off towards the Kitsap Peninsula, we'll see some clear skies. Definitely looking good off towards Wenatchee and Yakima. Now, on Friday, we've got some fog that'll move in early, and then we've got some clouds that'll definitely move in during the overnight hours Friday into Saturday. So most of western Washington will not see the sky. You're going to have to drive off towards the eastern portion of the state. As soon as you get east of the Cascades, it should be pretty good there. And then Saturday night, it looks like that cloud cover will be more widespread. So it is definitely a limited time offer. If you are planning on heading out, right after sunset is the best time to do that. You're going to look from the western horizon towards the south and east. There we go. There's that clarification we were looking for. Telescope or binoculars, but it's really important that you wait until after sunset. This is something that I learned recently, is that but sometimes people can do eye damage if you're looking towards the sun with binoculars or a telescope. Sometimes that light will refract through the lens and it can be harmful. So just be really careful. Wait till after sunset, and then you should be in pretty good shape there. All right, back to our forecast. Here is a live look from SEA on this Thursday evening. 52, as we've discussed, is the norm for this time of year. 63 is what we achieved, 11 degrees above average. Look at that. In the overnights, we managed to be 1 degree above average as well, but still pretty chilly at 39. 70 is the record on the warm side. 20 is the record on the cool side. Some nice even numbers there. Obviously, no rain in the gauges today, and those days are getting longer. 5:52 sunset. In fact, it won't be long before we have 7 p.m. sunsets after the time change in early March. Observed high temperatures across the region today were wonderful. 66 in Olympia, 65 in Chehalis, and the real winner was Friday Harbor, close to 70 at 68 today. Even in the mountains it was balmy. 55 in Stevens Pass, 58 in Snoqualmie, 60 today in White Pass. All right, so this is interesting. Again, we're talking about fall spring here. Jan Gaffney sent us this video from Everett. And what you're seeing is a plume of pollen. So a couple things going on here. First of all, pollen just sitting kind of right, in the low levels of the atmosphere. And as soon as the sun came up and warmed it today, what it did is it actually allowed some of that warm air to rise, collected all of that pollen into one plume, and swirled it around. don't recommend walking or biking through something like that. Pollen count's really interesting right now. Grasses and weeds, not really an issue, but the trees are coming to life. Cedar and juniper are throwing off a lot of pollen right now. So one of the big questions is will it stay like this? Well, the answer is sort of kinda. So if you take a look over land there, big ridge of high pressure, looks like it's going to be the immovable object, but we do have an irresistible force moving in the form of, look, another moisture plume and a strong low pressure system behind it. In the short term, though, it looks like the high pressure will be the victor here. Everything that's coming in off the Pacific basically either gets sheared apart or diverted down towards the south. Take a look at this. This low pressure system just takes a dive and heads down into California. That's going to bring some more welcome snow to the Sierras and some more rain to Southern California. In fact, Northern California gets in on that as well. Some of that will kick back, though, so that we were talking about some of those shower chances for Sunday into Monday. That's where it'll come from. Intermountain West looks like it'll pick up some new snow, and they could use it. It's been kind of a paltry winter for a lot of places, so any snow that they can get is a bonus. As we go towards Tuesday, that high pressure kind of reestablishes itself and again diverts the next low pressure system down towards the south. So no seriously active weather headed our way in the short term. Friday morning, there will be some fog, especially along the southern portion of Puget Sound and up in the mountains. It was very foggy up in the passes early this morning. Looks like that'll be the case again on Friday. Speaking of Friday, it looks like it's going to be gorgeous top to bottom and will feature a beautiful sunset. So if you get a chance to get out there and see it, definitely do that. And again, that could be your best window for getting out and seeing some planets if you want to head out and do that. Saturday morning, once again, some low-level fog, a few blips and blops here and there that could manifest as some light showers. But again, for the most part, any plans you have should be fine. On Sunday, we will see some of those showers kicking up from the south, mostly across our southern counties. But as you saw, nothing that looks like it's going to be a showstopper. Low temperatures overnight tonight, pretty close to seasonal averages. As we saw, 38 is the norm at SEA, so we'll be a couple of degrees above that. 39 in Bremerton, 38 in Bellingham, 36 overnight tonight in Wenatchee, and then another day of spring-like conditions to round out the work week. Looks like on Friday we'll get ourselves into the upper 50s, basically from King County northward, and some 60s. Tacoma, Puyallup getting at 61, 62s in Olympia and Chehalis. Even Hoquiam will get up to 60 on Friday. 7-day forecast shows at least 2 more days of these spring-like conditions, and then we're going to take it back to average, as we've already established. It's 52 degrees. So get out there, enjoy yourself immensely, and keep it tuned to King 5, king5.com, and K5 Plus for your latest forecast.